All right, let's try this again. So if anybody's watching this after the fact, this is recorded live, and I am going to attempt to rescue Val, who we have already stranded out on Minmus. So let's start with building something to do that. Let's hope we can actually get to Minmus with a new rocket. I'm thinking a nice two-seater lander can. And let's throw some engines on the bottom to put a little weight down there. Oh, these should be great at Minmus. Okay. And they're going to need fuel, for sure. Oh, but before we do that, I want to give it some rotational controls. So, where did we hide all that stuff? Utility? Yeah, utility. Leave one there, one there. That'll be the bottom most of this, and then this will go on top of whatever else. Give me a lot of roll authority that way. So fuel tanks, we're in the medium class. Okay. According to this, that would give us right at 2k of delta V. Of course, we have no idea what our TWR is, so meh. I do need a way to stabilize the thing. It's going to be landing, isn't it? Yeah, ground. Mediums seem a bit large for this, but I'm all about doing a little overkill scenario here. I want to make sure I don't block this hatch, because that's how Val's going to get on board. Glad I checked that. That would have been funny to get to Minmus. What's up, Alanon? How you doing, man? Yeah, I know YouTube doesn't send notifications. Let me ask, in stupid question, had you checked the bell to turn that on and not get a notification, or just the sub button? Because I'm trying to figure out if there's any way I can, like, make it send some kind of notice to those who want it. That looks like a very stable, wide platform. I want to be able to keep this thing powered in case it needs it, and communicating in case it needs that. So we're going to do like that. I think that's the way to go. And power. I don't even know if they're factoring in power or not. Yeah, Bella's on set to all. So weird, man. But not an untold story by others either, so. I'll look into it later and see if there's something I'm doing wrong, because frankly I don't fully grasp the interface for going live on YouTube. It's a little clunky. Alright. Close those. Those are right. That's right. So we got power, we got antennas, we got tons of roll control. Maybe a little bit of monoprop and some type of thrusters for controlling it. Where did they put RCS in here? RCS is not a utility, it's important. And again, I have to make sure we don't fully block the hatch, because I know it'll get finicky about it. Yeah, I guess that's going to be the best. That'll have to do. Okay, anything else that we would need on the lander segment? Thinking a docking collar to bring it up to the return craft? Yeah, that would make sense. I hate the way that looks, and I hate how the adapters are going to look if I use them. Medium just seems like overkill. And it also really adds to the height of this thing. Can we... Is it possible to just radio mount one of these? I mean, I guess it's possible, but is it practical? But then also comes the question of how to connect it to the rest of the craft and all that stuff. So I don't think I want to do that. Maybe I'll do a structural? Gonna be honest, I absolutely hate it, but I think that's the way to go. And there's no adjustments to that thing. It just is what it is. And I don't want to like do the clipping thing. Google was prompt to tell me I've logged into YouTube though from a device no less, even though it is literally the only device I've used to log into YouTube last 3 to 4 years. Yay, Google! Okay. So, that's the lander. Now, 1637 Delta V, that should be plenty to get it up into orbit. So, in orbit, we're going to need a return vessel. Ooh, I kind of want to do a 3-seater. I don't want to do the 3-seater because this is a 2-seater, so we'll put one Kerbal on there to go down and pick Val up. Then you add Val. You want to keep one in orbit, so 3-seater makes sense. Let me make sure we're empty that. And that's the tuna can. That's this thing, right? Oh, this thing. Oh, shit. I almost forgot an important component. I mean, a semi-important component. That's not long enough. That should be just about right. It's Minmus, so they can easily RCS up to the door if they needed to. So I don't think that's a problem. Okay. So then on this component, which we do need to make the launch assembly. Okay. We're definitely going to need that docking collar. Oh, hold on. Make sure I get the right things selected, because this VAB is so weird. Do I have to actually connect it in order to do anything with it? That'd be weird. Hold on. There we go. That's clearly a bug right there, to where when you change that, you have to switch to something else before you go back to the select tool. Otherwise, it doesn't let you actually, select things. Okay. So this is the return capsule. So it needs thermal protection. Good. It needs parachutes. M16 Rs. But I gotta make sure I don't block the entry exit. I think 2 will be more than enough. Do we have drogues? I guess you got that one. That's a drogue. Radio mount parachute. Radio mount drogues. There we go. Yeah, those don't block the port. Okay. So I want to stage that appropriately. It'll be drogues first, then parachutes. Okay. So that's the return vessel. It needs a coupler. Right. It needs, well, under that coupler, we need roll authority. I'm very big on this roll control thing. It is going to be... Oh, I didn't put any monoprop over there either. That's going to be a problem. Monoprop. I want to do something up high up here where this nonsense is. Oh, that's perfect. I know where that's going. Yeah, the capsule has limited monofuel, but I'm not planning the capsule to ever use its internal monofuel. I'm going to put monofuel in this section. So this whole section here is to bring the capsule back into atmosphere, right? And then this part will drop off. So this is the section that needs the monoprop. This has a little bit, but it's like tiny. And now this whole thing, does this need... Hold on, is there any... I don't think there's any need to turn on any kind of crossfeed there. The only crossfeed would be up there. Okay, so that should give that enough monoprop for its docking maneuver, because that's all it's going to ever really use it for. This will need monoprop, but we want to use a medium? Yes. Yes, we do. Okay, so that's going to have a medium, and then we need a decent-sized Methalox tank. I'm thinking like that. And then Yeah. So that's a ridiculous amount of delta V for what is essentially the return vessel. Now this... Don't mess with me. Maybe I had to do it this way. Helps if I fix that. Jeez. Is this right on this one? Hold on. It looks right, but I want to make sure. Yeah. Okay. Really? Really? Okay. Whatever. I do not want these cross-feeding fuel. So, let's just hope that feature actually works as intended. Okay. The things that I have to go back and fix are just like, why? Okay. And for launch, we're definitely going to want some struts holding this to keep it from being ridiculous. I can't believe I did that. Struts. Okay. Why? Why would you crisscross like that instead of coming straight up? Go with the one. It's killing me. It's like, stop, just work. Good enough. So, that's our return vessel and our lander. I kind of want to put some solar and some communications on the lander side, not so much on the actual landing component, but on this part of the ship. That way it can communicate and relay and whatever else it needs to do. Let's give it a little bit of battery power. Now that I think about that, that might be important. I'm sure I'll have to redo all those 5 times. Okay. They're at least still here. Apparently 2 at a time works. Okay. So now we've got some extra power, we've got roll control, we've got mono, some solar. Solar seems nice. I could be cheesy and just use like the RGUs and stuff. But no. Battery. Where is it? Solar. And then this is kind of a larger section, so we might go Mediums? Yeah. Okay. That's not going to work. Can I stage this or no? Hate that that's not a stageable thing. Okay, so what'll happen is disconnect, drugs. Okay, so this really should be separated out because this is effectively a different vessel, and I'm going to want to activate that engine after I manually undock it. And of course now it sucks because now I can't see what the actual delta V of this engine is. But I'm going to go with it's probably enough. Okay. So this is the package to get to Minmus. That's the goal. Kerbals. We want Jeb. And I guess there's no difference. It doesn't matter what we do. But let's do the old school group. Let's put Bill in there. And we'll put Bill to go down. Okay. Can I do that? Okay, cool. So that way they're flying together but flying separate. Alright. Now we need to build the get this thing up there part. And we will do that with a medium coupler here and a payload fairing. Where are we headed this time? Back to Minmus to rescue Val. That's the second part of the challenge, is go rescue the Kerbal you stranded. So we stranded a Kerbal semi-intentionally. And now we're going to go try the rescue mission. Okay, I figured out fairings. I don't love it, but I also don't hate it. Ta-da! Fairings. Very, very large fairings, but fairings nonetheless. Okay. So now we need to work on the actual vehicle that's going to get it up there. And in order to see things the way I want to do it, I think I'm going to put an RGU on it. And this RGU may go away. Make that our launch assembly so that we can do all our numbers based on it. And switch to that so I can switch to that. And now I can move this around. Okay, cool. So we are going to need an adapter because I think we're going massive at this point. That does not feel like the right adapter. That feels like the right adapter. There we go. That's a proper adaptation. Okay. And now... oh, jeez. That works. Smack some engines on this and see where we're at. 270 at 1 and 3701 for thrust. Oof. I don't think there'd be enough TWR if I went Rhino. And I know there's not enough TWR on the Labradoodle, so we're going to go Mammoth. How's YouTube treating you? I've only been, like, casual streaming YouTube since launch day of KSP. So, it's not bad, but, like, I really don't have enough experience with it to know if it's good, bad, or indifferent. I'm liking it, but I do intend to eventually get back to the way things used to be with multi-streaming and stuff like that on Twitch, YouTube, the whole nine. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to get started because of the KSP launch and not focus on setting everything up perfect day one. I have no idea how much Delta V we're going to have. If I break this off, can I get a rough idea? Oh, I gotta... Well, I don't want that to be my launch assembly. Okay, 5772. That's nowhere near enough. And I know it's not enough because I know this number is inaccurate, and it's going to be a lot lower once I go to the pad. And it also doesn't account for any of the stuff above me, so that's why I'm saying this is way too low. What boosters do I have? Those are in their engines. There we go. Just up to Clydesdale? Wow. There we go. Feel like that's centered. Centered enough. We might give that a shot. Just throw some Separatrons on it to split it up. Oh, the Separatrons are on there. Let's go up here with the split. I have a distinct feeling that there is not nearly enough thrust to do what I want to do, but we're going to try it. I'm missing some things and I'm trying to decide where I want to add. I think down here is going to get some control. There's utility. And then same thing up here. YouTube just notified me you went live. At least on the site itself. Wow. Thanks, YouTube. You're the best. Oh, that's not going to work. I thought this was like proper large. It is not proper large. Then again, neither is that engine. This is so fucked up. So, what if I did this number right here? This is going to look weird, and I know it, but I'm past being too finicky about the looks. Methylox, please. It's something, alright. Why does this now want to reattach everywhere? But there we go. Wow. Utility, large. Okay, that should give us plenty of roll authority on that thing. Is there a nose cone sized thing that I can put on top of these boosters and drain on the ascent? Fuel. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh no, they've got that weird shape to them. I hate that. I want just rounded. Is it this? No. Those are small. That's the one with the weird shape. That's kind of what I was looking for. And then is there a even smaller point like this? And then I think anything beyond that has to be just cosmetic. Yeah. So like that. And then we'll run fuel lines to draw that fuel out. I'd hate to see the revolver this gets loaded in. It'd be entertaining, that's for sure. It'd definitely be entertaining. Alright, let's put some structural shit on here and see how bad this actually is. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'll do these one at a time because it wants to be weird. More struts is the solution to so many problems. It works for RSI. Said every RSI ship designer. It's true, though. It is true. It does solve a lot of structural issues. And in KSP, it eliminates a lot of wobble. I hope this doesn't break what I just did when I stabilized this thing, because I feel like this needs large stabilizers. Oh yeah, it seems to let the struts go right through it. Perfect. Working as intended, I'm sure. Okay. Snap that there. Let's set this RGU up here as our launch point. Alright. I think we put ground supports on it, just because it looks like it's going to need it. And send it. I want more cockpits like the Talon, I think, with those screens. Cyberpunk had that too. Yeah, I like the what they did with the Tavaran screens. I think that's pretty cool. But I've always been a Tavaran sympathizer, so yeah. Okay, let's put these launch clamps on. Like, helps if I have the right thing selected. There we go. Launch clamps are on. All right. Now let's do that stupid thing and walk through staging. So obviously this is going to be the second stage, not the first stage. So we'll move that up, fire that, fire those. Got it. Release the clamps. Separatrons and separators go at the same time. This stage has nothing on it. Fairing will probably be the next thing to get kicked out. Then that separator and this engine can fire at the same time. That's no longer a stage. This separation is weird, and it's in the right order because this ship is going to be a separate ship when I manually undock it. So, I don't know if this is going to make it there or not, but we're going to send it and find out. I do feel like I should do some kind of structural support between the fairing piece. Like that. Just to keep that from getting wobbly. Seems too tall. Perfect. I'm going to send it anyway. We're going to find out together whether or not this goes to plan. Hello? Now can I launch, please? Launchpad 2, maybe? What the hell? The old save and load? Maybe? But, like... what's wrong with it? Everything seems okay. Huh. Let's exit the VAB and come back. I'll let you put garbage on the pad. This is not garbage, this is a beautiful vessel. Guys, I'm going to step AFK for just a minute. I don't have a BRB scene, but I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that. He didn't put thrusters on it or something. But there's everything on here. There's control points, there's power, there's... maybe it still sees the ship in two parts. That could be problematic, but I don't think so because it's identified it as one, what they call launch assembly. So, like, it knows that this is a specific launch assembly. It's all staged up. Save. Minmus rescue. It's there. Okay, so let's do it this way. Let's load that save. Nope. me... hate when it does that. I put the right number of Kerbals in. Ooh, that would have sucked. Bill, over here. Yeah, we got somebody in each one. Too big for pad 1. I don't think there's a size limit. Because, like, none of that career-based stuff is in the game yet. It's just sandboxed. We'll find out. I've already tried 1 and 2 and 4. Let's do 3. Nope. They all seem to be the same. Try a runway launch? I could totally do this as a runway launch. Okay. Well then. Let's do it this way. Isn't that just peachy? I mean... Is there a fault tracker? What do you mean? Okay, resume game. Launchpad 1 is clear. Oh, I wonder if we can do it this way. Okay, let's try this. I guess that worked. Whatever. I love this game. I really do. Okay, so... those all fire and that fires. Then we release the clamps. Then we do the separation. Yeah, staging looks right. Okay. Only one Kerbal. Motherfuckers. I'm glad you said something. Maybe if we recover it? Okay. And now go to the VAB? KSP 1 on Epic a month back or so. Oh, is that when it was free? Apparently we lost Jeb to that, whatever that was, because he's not here. So whatever. Okay, maybe if we save this like this. And then go back to the KSC. Click the launch pad. Tell it we want that. Edit vehicle. F-Jeb, right? Okay. Okay, that's still right. And the launch button is still broken, which I'm fine with. Let's see if it brings them in this time. Well, shit. Also, why is that a thing now? Parks manager. Can we add people through this thing? No. Cover it. Well, shit. I mean, I could just send it and try to do a one-sided rendezvous, but that seems like really rough. When in doubt, restart the game. I can't. I can't. And I'll show you why I can't. Okay? Alright, I want you to watch this process. Okay? Save game. Okay, give it a name. Okay. Minmus rescue save. Whatever. And save. Right? You're with me. Escape. Load game. You see my conundrum here? That seems to be an issue, you think? There's like 50 issues. That's one of many. Let's see. Can you use the quick save? That's what, F5? See, and this is another thing. This is something that in Matt Lowndes' video he was talking about. When you hit F5, you get a little chirp, but you can't actually see a, hey, I saved, or save complete, or, yeah, see, nothing. Yeah, I guess. I mean, we'll try it. I'll probably have to reland Val. And here we'll do a save and exit here as well. Okay, so the screen's going to go black for a second, guys. Just give me a second to relaunch Kerbal Space Program to you. Kerbal. You know what else I might try is to see if I can do this. Give me a second. I'm also going to restart Steam in Administrator and see if maybe it's a save file permissions thing. It shouldn't be, but who knows these days. Steam's restarting now, so just bear with me a minute. Connecting to Steam account. There we go. Just click downloads, make sure there's nothing new for it. Nope. Play. Alright, you'll get video back here in just about 30 seconds or so. Play. There we go. Al-Anon, yes, many things have been launched that needed to be saved. So again, you see, so this is the campaign to rescue a Kerbal from a previous launch. And even that didn't save correctly because every time I load the save, it's her still attached to the rocket, ready to land. So like, this craft failed because we couldn't orient. I wonder if we can retrograde? Surface? Oh yeah, whenever I board, I'm not part of that ship. So we'll get away from this thing before it explodes. So there's a piece of debris that gets the main focus anytime you're in that ship, which is... The intent was to strand Val here, but with the resources to bring her back in case the rescue mission didn't go so well. What actually ended up happening was Val legit got stranded because the vessel had this weird video glitch to where you couldn't actually see the vessel while on board the vessel. Very weird. No, I mean today? A little bit. This is how professionals land. So much for supplies. Hope she packed some snacks in the backpack. A nice, gentle touchdown. And I love how we float above the ground. And like, that's with or without the RCS pack. If I wanted to play KSP 1, would you have any advice on how to enjoy the process? Let me think about that. That's a good question. I would say plan to fail a lot and learn from those failures. Think of basic orbital mechanics, you know, go sideways on your way up a little bit. You know, just maybe watch a couple of tutorials. I recommend science mode over career mode, just because I don't like dealing with the money aspect, but I like the not being able to go everywhere day one. So in science mode, you have to go out and get science to unlock parts. In career mode, you have to do that, but you also have to earn enough money to do that by doing missions. And as a new player, you may not be up to the task of doing the missions in the right order. And there's a bit of a twist to the mission scenarios that if you do a mission like Fly by the Mun, right, as one of your early missions, if you do that mission, your next 10 missions are going to be related to going to the Mun. So you got to be ready for that, like both financially and scientifically on the tech tree. That's why I always say science is more fun to me than career, because I don't have to do specific missions. I can do the missions I want to do so long as I've earned the science to unlock them. But that's just personal opinion. Okay, so Val, good luck. I'm going to try a save. Save. Nothing there. Just my autosaves. There's no scroll or anything like that. There's nothing. It's just, you've got these 4 saves. Good luck. So, yeah. Any kind of narrative, or is it just missions? I presume the latter. The latter. Yeah, it's really just missions. They tell you, oh, this company wants you to go fly by the Mun, and they'll pay you X. But it's not like a story arc, if that makes sense. And here we are again, not able to go to the pad. So, I'm just going to send this thing with 1 Kerbal, and we'll figure it out as we go. That's my plan. Yeah, thinly veiled reasons to do the things. Very thinly. Alright, so I want to drop to about 30% throttle. Let's do this. Nice night launch. Our put Bill the jet and move him later. That's not a bad idea. Oh look, I can't even revert. YOLO. Here we go. You might be right. Might be too tall. This is the fight. Just throttled up that main engine to try and help me keep it on point. I guess it might help if I turned SAS on. Yeah, that makes it a lot easier to control. Holy cow, that's a big difference. It is very visually pleasing, and if you watch, these plumes get wider and wider as you get higher, which I think is just a cool effect. The sound effects are from actual real-life launches with real-life counterpart to these engines. Yeah, it's pretty cool. See how this plume's starting to get really wide now that we're up high? I find that to be a cool thing that they did. Bye-bye SRBs. You're almost bingo fuel. Let's see how the first staging goes. I'm a little nervous. Okay, Separatrons did their job. I don't know what those puffs of smoke were, but we're still going. Clouds? I feel like we were well above the cloud line at that point, but maybe. Come on, go, 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 go. I'm going to push for about an 80 apoapsis before I shut down and start worrying about circularizing up there. There we go. We'll ask it to face us prograde. That way we can just coast. Might have been an RCS burst, but RCS is off, so I wouldn't think so. I leave RCS off until it's time to dock to something. I'm gonna lose this fairing at right at 70k. So next staging is coming up soon. Very visually and aesthetically pleasing. I give it that. So long fairing halves that are gonna like clip and fall. I love how one solar array turned to face the sun, and the other solar array is just like, yeah, fuck you. It's kind of what just happened. See, that's the kind of bug I can overlook. Like, that's like, yeah, whatever. Okay, I get that that's a mechanical part. It didn't quite work out to plan, whatever. It's got no sun to know, though. Fair point. Push the nose up as I try to circularize. Stop it. I'm gonna go with lock instead of prograde. I'm gonna make this easier. I was hoping to have a bit more fuel than I'm going to end up with, but whatever. Now I'm just wasting fuel on the circularization. It's a good enough orbit for me. Alright, now the hard part. Get to Minmus. Minmus, set target. Oof. 9 degrees off the inclination we need to be on. That is a lot. And we are coming up on the ascending node, which means we need to go anti-normal and fix this. Give it just a quick tap of thrust. We're facing the right way. Let's time warp. Let's do the time warp again. Of course my phone wants to go off while I'm live. Just burning anti-normal to bring this ascending node down to 0, if anyone's wondering. And that will put us on the same orbital plane as Minmus once it hits 0. Makes it easier to go there. You can do this as part of a maneuver. I just find it clunky and difficult, so it's easier to just do it here. Even the map view is better than what it used to be. You can see all the clouds and stuff. And I'm sure that's faked, but still looks cool. There we go. 0-0. Go ahead and let it start pointing prograde while I figure out how we're getting to Minmus today. Okay, so if Minmus is down there, that's the Mun. Where I want to start my attempt is gonna be somewhere around here. I need to rotate this around a little bit. There's an encounter. $35 kilometers. Shit, that's a problem. I'd like a Minmus only encounter, not a Mun Minmus encounter. I think I'm gonna take this and see how close we get, and then adjust mid travels. Because I see an entry and an exit, so that's good, but you can't see your periapsis in line with your actual travel, so let's do this. Lock on the maneuver node. Sucks when the moon gets in the way of going to the moon. Yes. Yes. Page, leave me alone, please. Turn some lights on. Let's do it. See, like in KSP 1, you'd be seeing this over here as you get into the encounter, and you don't get that here. Yeah, burn timer's way off. That's why I'm going to kind of ignore it and do my own thing. least have an approach. Now I'm going to trash that and look at my approach and make my own. That is perfect. That is a collision course with Minmus, which is exactly where I want to be to know that I can make micro adjustments en route. And even though my engine's not doing shit, it's changing. So, go figure that one. Let's do a quick time warp to see if it fixes that. I want to warp out to past the Mun, and then figure my life out here. Okay. So, our periapsis, 70,000 meters, 70 kilometers is not terrible, but let's do, yeah. Let's do some minor adjustments to see if we can straighten this out and get, you know, closer to like 20K. Wait for that rotation to happen. So, rather than trying to burn, good evening, almighty grenade master. Hey, you winner, and welcome. Welcome. Good evening. I think I'm going to use RCS to try and nudge us rather than trying to burn, because burning seems to be, like, overcompensating a lot. Is that working at all? It is. Okay. Is that still not enough at this? Yep, that's not enough, and I don't want to waste all my RCS fuel. For the record, it's Tunager! What's up, Tunager? My YouTube name is older. I know who Tunager is. He hates when I call him Tunager. Okay. Can we throttle limit an engine? That's my next question. Thrust limiter. Okay, good. Let's do 6% thrust. And let's try to make that adjustment. There we go. There we go. And now I want to time warp to try and stop it from changing. And yet it is still changing, even though I'm not making any adjustments whatsoever. Set that back. Let's do a time warp. That should lock it in at 24K. I'm good with a 24K approach. I am going to want to face retro, though. Sooner rather than later. Where is... There should be a planet here somewhere, or a celestial body here somewhere. I think that's it. Oh yeah, that's right. They have, what did they call it? YouTube handles now? Which, it still confuses me as to why we need two names, but apparently you can @ a handle. Let's cross over into the SOI. I feel like we'll get more accurate numbers inside the SOI. There it is. Now we're facing retro on the orbit, and I only care about sea level. For now. And let's get significantly closer. There's Val down there. Alright. It's time to start thinking about circularizing this thing. By the way, if anybody wants to see Minmus from overhead, there it is. Big giant Death Star crater. That worked! That absolutely worked! I now see you as the Tanager. Shiny new name you reminded me of. Nice, 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 nice. I dig it. Alright, I think right about here is a good time to start thinking about the circularization of this orbit. Circularized. I'm of course gonna bring it down more once I get right on top of periapsis. I didn't change the @ handle. Elenon reminded me of the rename function. Oh! I guess there's both then. I think it's time to start planning to get to where Val is on the planet. We're going to have to set Val. That's close enough of a target. Oh wow, we are way off on the inclination there. But I don't feel like it needs that much adjustment, because I don't care. I think what we're doing is we're going retrograde of the way that ship is moving with the rotation of the planet. So I think we're actually pretty close to where we want to be. I might want to push down a little bit to get it on the next lap around. A little bit closer, but I mean that's pretty close. It ain't perfect, but it's pretty close. That is good. I'm good with that. In before you land on your Kerbal. I'm not going to land on my Kerbal. However, I'm going to lurk, leaving these pretty pictures and soothing voice on my TV while I end my day. Well, thank you, Tunager. I appreciate it, man. I am going to do a time warp again. Oh, wait, no. Yes. I'm going to do a time warp. I'm going to get close. I don't think I'm going to go to the exact point that I just marked. I think I'm going to stop a little before it and try and split the vessels. Yeah, this is a good spot. Okay. Which one's which? They're both three-seaters. Which one's the lander, though? Can he not just, like, transfer? Or is it because of the strut? Yeah, he might have to EVA over, which I'm fine with, like, whatever. It's just a quick little EVA, I hope. Please don't screw this up. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm with you, Al-Anon. Thank you. Jeb moved. My first time undocking here, so let's see how this goes. No it didn't. That worked fine. Nothing was destroyed. Why? Why are you like this, KSP2? There's nothing wrong with that vessel. That vessel's fine. Go to tracking. Go into tracking. Let's go with this one. Nope. It's driving me nuts. So I think they are actually undocked. They're just sat right on top of each other. So we're going to try some RCS. No, they're still docked because it's firing from both. And if this was separated, they shouldn't be able to do that. Wrong vessel. No, I know I'm on the wrong vessel, but so I should be able to control from either one because this one has a RGU down here. I think that's it. Yeah, the remote control. Oh, it's saying no ComNet, but it definitely has ComNet, so whatever. But yeah, I'll go try and pick the other one now. Okay, so this is my comlink satellite. Wrong button. Come on. Tracking. Okay, apparently I'm not going to the tracking. Yeah, that's the only... So it's unknown. Okay, so one way to Innis is the one that Val took. Default name is the one that you're saying is the wrong vessel. Fly Safe is the one around Kerbin that's just a satellite. So this is Fly Safe. And I'm gonna guess that it's debris. See, the vessel's fine. Like, there's no... Can we... Maybe... I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Because it's KSP 2, man. It is so freaking buggy. Get those panels out so that we're getting power on both sides. Drop the docking force down. And... yeah, see, there's no way to break these apart now. Tanager, because this is KSP2 and everything's busted. Literally everything is busted. Wish there was a way to just delete a part in space. I wonder if we can. Let's go EVA. I wonder if I board the bottom half, if I can try it again. Because if I can decouple it, I can EVA over after it's decoupled. Okay, another possibility. Let's ditch the early stage, which is right here. That counts as a vessel launch. That's awesome. Okay, whatever you say, man. Whatever you say. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words on that one. I need to activate this engine and push off of it a little bit. Engine, poodle, this one. Activate. Nothing works right. I dare you to press the go button, Cap. All that does is fire off all the stages, which don't appear to do anything. Yeah. So, like, there's no way to separate my stage, so whatever. Struts keep it locked together. They're not supposed to, and they never did in KSP1. And there's no struts here. And this was triggered. So, it's not struts alone that's causing the problem. So like this ring right here. Has no struts between these two parts anywhere. Like this whole thing's separate. I get what you're saying down here, but even these struts, you can see that, well, these didn't break, but these down here did. And there's nothing we can do to get rid of them. They've got to drop a patch soon. This is insane. Like, there's so much that they should have patched before the 24th. And this is just unplayable. There's nothing I can do to recover this scenario. Like, even if I send up another vessel, like, what's it gonna do? Get there and not be able to break apart again? Thankfully, I only have one autosave that I can go to, because autosaves don't work. I wonder if that's a file save location thing or something. Go back. No. No, you have no control over any of that kind of stuff. It's really bothersome. Quick load, include stock. Autosave don't work, manual saves don't work, decoupling doesn't work, launching sort of works. Oh, you forgot maneuver nodes don't properly work. There's that too. There's just so much you cannot do right now. I'm going to reload this, and I'm going to add a stack separator in here and try this one more time. Maybe a stack separator will let us get out of that scenario. Alright. Let's land Val. See, even Val has a go button. I think the go button is just next stage. It's not like a launch go. Here comes the pretty explosions. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they went too far away for me to see them. Good job, Val. You're there. Okay, yeah, I gotta go vehicle assembly to split those two pieces, which means I'm gonna have to break apart the fairing. Arg. Fairings apart. No, don't attach the thing. There we go. What I want to use here is a stack separator, not a decoupler. And this needs to be a small nut. And if I don't strut that, it's going to wobble like all hell. So we're going to put a couple of struts on here. We're going to try to put a couple of struts on here. If the game will allow me to strut, I will strut. That's right on top of the door. Oh, no, it's not. It's on the inside. Cool. Okay, get rid of that one. Grab a fresh one and go lower. Guess I'm not supposed to play struts anymore. What if I do it from like here to here? Oh, sure, that's fine. Why wouldn't that be fine? The jank is real. You ain't kidding, man. You ain't kidding. It's brutal, and I expect a certain degree of brutality from a Kerbal game, but this is a bit much. There we go. That'll work. Do one more on this side and call it good. Maybe a third. Shows you how much I trust the Kraken. Is it SC level brutal? I would argue that I have less issues in SC. But I do a finite number of activities in SC, so I don't get the full player experience of SC. Where's that fairing thing? Now just go straight up. Oh no, did I not go far enough out? I didn't go far enough out. Wow. Recently discovered Linus and Luke from Linus Tech Tips play SC. Yeah, they do. But they have, like, some ridiculous hardware to play on, I'm sure. That looks good enough. Okay. Now we have to check staging. So stage 1 is... Is that the launch clamps? No, this is the launch clamps. So stage 1 is that decoupler up there. I don't want that anywhere near 1. Okay, so fire that, fire those. No, don't fire those. Create a different stage for those. Those go in stage 2, and they go with those. So fire the main. I need a release the clamps. Fire the main, fire the boosters. I need a fairing release. So main and boosters, release clamps. Fairing release will happen after booster sep for sure. So booster sep, fairing release. Then second stage startup. This decoupler for whenever I'm ready for it. It's just kind of loose in the staging because it has to be there. This is actually the right before we come down thing. Yeah. I'll do, once we're up there, I'll do that one manually. I'll adjust it as needed. Okay, computer, just freeze on me and require PSU cycle restart. Sure, why not? Why not? I'm going to try this from here again, just to see. Oh, hey, that worked. Unbelievable. Oh, I guess we're going straight into countdown then. Sure. Do it. Trying to tell you something was wrong. If it was unintuitive as to what was wrong. Apparently we got 2 Kerbals on board now, which is a good thing. Like you only need one. This is one ship, precisely. Even though technically I have room for 6 Kerbals. And I only wanted 2. It was like, nope, you only get 1. I pitched way too soon. This is gonna fail. I can tell already. They're gonna flame out before we get half the altitude we need. Amazing 5 to 8 frames per second, and it's beautiful. It's a slideshow, guys. She's very funny. Yeah, this is a revert. I don't see this going up, plus it's getting really annoying to try and fly through that super low frame rate. So let's get it going straight up, and then I'll pitch over later. The other thing I might do is wait for day. And by wait, I mean, you know, fast forward to daytime. I feel like I get better performance in the daytime for some reason, even though you would think it would be the other way around. There we go. Alright, X. Oh. Thought I was out of time warp. X. About. Go for 30. Alright, SAS is on, RCS is off. Go for it. Slight pitch in the right direction, but not going to push it. Really wants to pull me more. Multiplayer. Although I guess that's not from KSP 1 unless you count the mod. I really want KSP 2 to have multiplayer. But I just enjoy like creating crafts, seeing what their actual performance is versus what I think they should be. That plum. Yeah, oh yeah, multiplayer's on the roadmap. They do have an actual roadmap. If you Google KSP2 roadmap, I don't have it handy or I'd put it on screen. But yeah, Google KSP2 roadmap, you'll see there's a lot of things planned. There's colonies, multiplayer, science. Matt Lown did a really, really good interview with the devs on the subject of multiplayer. I found that really, really interesting. The way they're talking about doing it is there will be like a competitive, but there will also be a co-op mode. And I am struggling to keep this on target, so we're just going to let it coast up. Prograde and let it try and figure its own self out. But yeah, so there's going to be competitive, which is basically where there would be different agencies, and each person is technically an agency, right? So each player is an agency, and you would compete in the context of like doing missions and earning credits and science and stuff like that to advance your agency. Or you could do co-op, where like I go out and gather a resource and bring it back, and that unlocks something for you because we're cooperating as agencies. So some cool things there. My concerns are all based on time warp, like how they solve the time warp conundrum for multiplayer is going to be the real determination of whether or not that can succeed. And I think they can. I just don't know what that would look like, because if I want a time warp and you don't, who wins? You know, and how do you see my craft if I'm time warping and you're not? So yeah, that's my initial thoughts on the whole thing. Let's get rid of the ferry. Get some solar out. See, this is not locking to prograde like it should be. Which makes me fear for my ability to potentially circularize this. Because like right now I am holding A and we are not turning in that direction at all. There we go. Maybe that's a little bit in that direction. And now I feel like I suddenly have more control. And it's gone again. Had it, lost it. Like right now I'm holding A and W, and we are not at all twisting in the right direction. We're burning towards the planet. See if I can get some RCS control on here. Yeah, maybe the RCS will help me straighten it out. I really don't want to waste all my monoprop though. Why you always bring extra fuel. I also don't understand why I'm not able to push through that, because I have should have a significantly higher than 1 TWR. Let's lock radial out. We are not turning radial out. We are turning closer to radial in. Radial out's over here, and we're moving more towards prograde than towards radial. Yeah, this is a relaunch. Something's wrong with it, that it wasn't letting me have the level of control I should have. There's plenty of RCS on there, there's plenty of reaction wheel, there's plenty of thrust. And yet I still couldn't hardly turn at all. So, launch. Yeah, I couldn't gain altitude either. And so, one of the struggles of KSP2 right now is you have no real way to determine if it's a bug causing you problems or if you designed the craft poorly. I feel like in KSP1 I had a better understanding of if it was a game glitch or if it was a me problem with design and structural, you know. So I feel like that it's too buggy now to even guess on stuff. I think that's my big gripe with the whole flight mechanics. By the way, this will probably be my last attempt at success or fail because I know my wife will be home soon and I'm going to go hang out with her when she gets here. So just a quick heads up. Although for Val's sake, this really needs to succeed. Push apoapsis way high this time so I have more room to fail or succeed. And target like 90, 95, somewhere in there. And hold me prograde. I just received my new week contract for work. The mail really wants me to sign it, but the employment agency said it's not required as long as nothing changes to the contract except the boundary dates. Huh. I have no idea about any of that. Okay. Weird fairing deploy that time. I'm not mad about it, but that was weird. Oh, there it goes. Huh. Okay. 90K, let's start our push. Yeah, I could have waited a little while. I can tell by how fast my apoapsis was rising. good start. That plume is thick. Longest circularization burn ever. I genuinely think on the first craft that something was wrong with the way those two docking collars were connected, and it wasn't calculating the weight of it for some reason. Because it seems like this is a lot more of a struggle to get to orbit, which makes sense. I expected it to be a bit of a struggle. And I'm thinking that that was the underlying problem, was that it wasn't seeing that separate ship, if you will, because of the docking collars. Too far on apoapsis. I don't want to be that far off. Good enough for me. Okay, let's do this annoying part again. Ah. Sure, make that my target. I'd rather Minmus be my target than the vessel. Set target. There we go. 4.5 degrees off. What are we coming up on? Nothing. This will be descending node, so we want to aim normal. And then we want to kind of time warp over there. Oh, shit. I did not realize that we were... When I pulled up the map, it made it look like this vessel was what we were flying, and it's not. It's this one. So we're coming up on an ascending node, so we actually want to face anti-normal, not normal. So, play, burn some RCS to make that spin a little faster. Come on, turn. I will burn at an awkward angle if we get too close to that. Good enough. Good, good, good. Alright, let's start a maneuver node and get an encounter and then fix it on the way. So, Minmus is where? It's there. I don't want to target around here. There we go. And pull this out. See the one? Yep, okay, I see both in and out. So let's take it, and then we'll adjust on the way. And aim towards maneuver node. Use the RCS to get adjusted. Because that whole timer thing was off. Saul, what's up, man? Welcome. How the hell are you, sir? Let's time warp out away from here, and then we'll figure out what kind of periapsis we really want. Okay. I think a 60k periapsis I'm good with. So we're going to burn... Oh no, we're gonna warp. This far, pretty good. You enjoying the Kerbals? Yeah. Yes and no. It's a struggle for sure. Okay, periapsis looks good. Still seeing what, 60k? I'm good with that. Face retro. Yeah, it's something, all right. There's a lot of bugs, bro. There's a lot of bugs. And a almost unusable UI. Like, the maneuver nodes suck. There's no nice way for me to say that. No day one patch yet? No, I don't expect a patch at all. I don't expect a patch for a month, to be honest. They're a small studio. I don't expect the AAA treatment. I'd be impressed if they did a patch. I think they should do a patch. But there's a lot that needs to be patched. So that takes time and manpower. Maybe if they hire some people and get them onboarded quickly. You know, maybe. Start our circularization orbit. Oop, there we go. Circularized. Get closer and then we'll bring it in nice and tight. want to get it to about a 50k on both apoapsis and periapsis. Doesn't have to be exact, but in the like 40 to 70 range. This 101 apoapsis is a lot. There we go. Good enough for me. Alright, Val, where the hell are you? Val's on the dark side, so I'm gonna speed up time until Val's in the daylight. I'm not trying any of these shenanigans at nighttime. It's just not gonna happen. Came in on a nicer orbit this time, very equatorial. I guess that's the fastest warp I can do, jeez. Lame. I want to warp faster. Let's hope it decouples this time. It should, because it's not docked. It's got an actual stack separator in there, which should pop it both directions. I think there's a problem with building pre-docked vessels. Let's go. I think one or two more orbits should put Val back in sunlight. Let me stop this and then... yeah. I guess 100x is as fast as I can go right now. And we're approaching sunlight. Sunlight's like about here. The vessel's there. Yeah, I think one more cycle. If I do a time warp to point, does it go faster? No. What if I do a time warp to point while stopped? Nope, no faster. 100x it is. Technically in the sunlight, but I think it's the next lap around. I want to catch the sunlight on this side to do my ship separation, and then I'll land in the sunlight. Yeah, that's good. That'll definitely be in the light. In Jones's hands. Yes. He'll be alright. They'll all be alright. Maybe. Alright, right here should give us enough sunlight to, like, work. Now you can't just drag and drop these guys. You have to actually EVA them to where you want them. Okay. When the ship is done spinning, any day now. Let's just go for an SAS lock. Let's do that. Burn the RCS until it stops. Good enough. Okay. So we're gonna take Jeblin. Where did Jeblin pop out at? Jeblin popped out there. And Bill. Okay, so they're already in their right spots. Alright guys, I'm going to step AFK for just a minute. I'll be back shortly and we'll wrap this up and then hopefully land. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's finish this. Okay. So, next thing that needs to happen is we need to stage this decoupler appropriately, which is that one. Alright, let's find out if that works. I think I know what's happening here is that it's trying to dock even though we just decoupled. And I think it did dock, which is fine if docking collars work like that. So let's find out. Yes. Phenomenal. I'm good with that. Not quite what I expected, but it works. I'm guessing one of those solar panels is busted. Does my gear work? That's good. Have a good feeling about this one, guys. I wouldn't know either way until touchdown. Yeah, I'm not really 100% sure. I said it's a good feeling, not a good guarantee. To descend. Yeah, it's my understanding that the few is how craters ended up on Minmus. You know, that this was a relatively flat celestial body, and then the few tried to land a few times. This is what's left. Maybe. I'm like trying to make some micro adjustments in flight. Yeah, I knew it needed some adjustment. And even a kilometer is not terrible. Val can fly a kilometer. Also, this is just where the craft file landed. This is not actually where Val is. Val's about 3 kilometers in the direction I'm facing the camera right now. Well, we're here. I guess somehow I did bust that panel. Go switch over to Val now. Where the hell did Val go? That's problematic. Well, that's some bullshit. It's like, what do I do now? I'm gonna try and look around for where I think Val would be. That's the ship that brought Val here. Still trying to live its best life. And this is like the general vicinity where I would expect Val to be. I guess rest in peace, Val. We got beat by another bug. Physics are very undecided. That was cool that it told me that an inactive vessel was on a crash course. I think that's going to be the one that that was still bouncing around from Val's trip here. It was leaned over pretty crazy when it happened due to a physics bug. It's also possible that that rocket bounced around while we were in transit and killed Val. Like, that's something I didn't really consider, but definitely a possibility. Well, I think that's it for me, guys. I am giving up on the weekly challenge because game unplayable. It's just not realistic to do it, and hopefully by the time I'm ready to play next weekend, they'll have a patch, something, preferably something that lets me actually, reload my saves would be great. That's a big showstopper. And if they fix maneuver nodes, that'd be epic. But yeah, we made it. We landed. Realistically, we probably could have done it if Val was still physically here. Anyways, on that note, I'm going to go spend some time with the fam. Thank you guys for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good night.